These are 15 one-hit country wonders from the 1970s, and the number one entry? It was banned on some stations and became a cult classic in honky-tonks across the country.
May the bird of paradise fly up your nose.
Tell your daddy and your mama too.
To me, when you need someone.
Number 15, Teddy Bear Song by Barbara Fairchild. It was tender, it was strange, and it took 1973 by surprise. Barbara Fairchild's Teddy Bear Song is a bittersweet ballad about wanting to escape adult heartbreak by returning to the innocence of childhood. Quirky in premise, but earnest in delivery, it struck a chord with listeners and reached number one on the country charts.
I wish I was a teddy bear.
Fairchild never replicated the magic, but this plush-laced heartbreak still lives on in jukebox memory. Coming up next, a war protest disguised as a country bop. Number 14, The Americans, A Canadian's Opinion, by Gordon Sinclair.
And this Canadian thinks it's time to speak up for the Americans as the most generous and possibly the least appreciated people.
Technically a spoken word piece set to music, this 1973 track became a surprise country radio favorite in the U.S.-Canadian broadcaster Gordon Sinclair praised American generosity and resilience during global crises, and radio stations ate it up. Though never intended as a song, the patriotic tone made it a one-hit wonder in American country radio history.
This Canadian thinks it's time to speak up for the Americans as the most generous and possibly the least appreciated people in all the world.
It was played often during tough times and disappeared just as fast. Up next, a harmonica-heavy track about finding peace in the backwoods. Number 13, Playground, In My Mind, by Clint Holmes.
This is me in, 1970. It is frightening, isn't it? It's like a helmet I used to have. So that was me then. Here's the song.
You may not expect this pop-country hybrid to sneak into the list, but in 1973, Playground in My Mind was everywhere. Clint Holmes' sing-songy delivery and a child's voice in the chorus gave it a whimsical charm that made it both catchy and unforgettable.
I'm in a playground in my mind where the children.
While Holmes never charted again, this nostalgic oddity still gets radio play on retro country and variety stations. It's the kind of song that sneaks up on you, like an old toy found in the attic. But next, we're turning to a woman whose one-shot hit so hard it landed her on Hee-Haw and gave every broken-hearted girl a new anthem. Hit that subscribe button if you're vibing with these forgotten gems. We're just getting to the good part. Number 12, Fancy Pants by Floyd Cramer. He wasn't known for singing. He was known for making pianos talk. In 1970, Floyd Cramer dropped Fancy Pants, an instrumental honky-tonk number that danced between country and ragtime. The melody was irresistible, showing off his signature slip note style that became a Nashville staple. While Cramer had other instrumentals, none reached the same chart-tapping charm of Fancy Pants. It's a reminder that sometimes country music doesn't need words to tell a story. Next, a storytelling song about betrayal that felt more like a short film than a single. Number 11, The Carroll County Accident by Porter Wagoner.
Our special guest star, Porter Wagoner.
Carroll County's pointed out as kind of square.
Okay, technically Porter Wagoner had hits, but none like this. Released in 1970, The Carroll County Accident was a chilling ballad about a car crash, hidden romance, and hometown shame. The twist ending hit hard and made it a rare narrative gem on the country charts. It's a one-hit story wonder if nothing else. Wagoner never had another song quite as haunting or beloved by murder ballad fans.
What we all call the Carroll County accident.
Up next, a tongue-in-cheek gospel romp that almost didn't get airplay at all. Number 10, Drop Kick Me Jesus by Bobby Bare.
Drop kick me Jesus to the goalpost of the line.
Yes, that's the real title. And yes, it charted. Bobby Bare's 1976 novelty hit, Drop Kick Me Jesus, Through the Goalposts of Life, was part parody, part prayer. Its absurd imagery hit a surprisingly earnest plea for grace, and country audiences embraced it with laughter and love. It's still a favorite for church potlucks and late-night requests on classic country radio. But coming up next, a soulful ballad that sounded more Motown than Nashville, and still cracked the country charts. Number 9, Lovin' You Could Never Be Better by Tanya Tucker.
Vow could be, and love could never be better.
In 1975, Tanya Tucker was still a teenager, but her voice carried the fire of someone twice her age. Lovin' You Could Never Be Better is smooth, soulful, and subtly sensual. A grown-up love song from a young prodigy. It hit the top 10, yet never quite became the country staple it deserved to be. Tucker would go on to have a long career, but this track remains an underrated early gem, forgotten by most casual fans. Next up, a bittersweet anthem about the loneliness of long-distance love, sung by a guy who sounded like your best friend. Number 8, She's Actin' Single, I'm Drinkin' Doubles by Gary Stewart.
She's acting single.
With a voice that could melt steel and a honky-tonk swagger, Gary Stewart delivered heartbreak like nobody else. This 1975 gem hit number 1, but never got a proper follow-up, turning Stewart into a cult hero for country barflies and broken hearts alike. It's gritty, it's catchy, and the title alone tells you everything you need to know. Many call it one of the greatest one-hit heartbreak songs ever written.
My heart is breaking like the tiny ball.
But coming up, a novelty hit with a title so odd it made people listen just to make sure they heard it right. Number 7, May the Bird of Paradise Fly Up Your Nose by Little, Jimmy Dickens.
Little bitty man with a great big hit record. Meet Mr. Jimmy Dickens, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, this was a real country chart topper in 1975. With its absurd title and clever lyrics, Jimmy Dickens delivered one of the funniest songs to ever hit number 1. It was cheeky, ridiculous, and perfectly timed for the golden era of country novelty songs.
May the bird of paradise fly up your nose.
Though Dickens had a long career, this was his only major solo chart topper. And what a strange, unforgettable one it was. But up next, a heartbreaking ballad from a preacher's son turned outlaw crooner. Number 6, Satin Sheets by Jeanne Pruett.
Satin sheets to lie on.
In 1973, Jeanne Pruett gave us a song that cut deeper than most love ballads. Satin Sheets wasn't just about romantic disillusionment. It was about realizing comfort doesn't equal love. With a haunting melody and a weary vocal, she climbed to number 1 and captured the ache of a loveless luxury. Despite its success, Pruett never reached that height again, making this her defining and only major chart victory. Next up, a cowboy anthem that became a favorite at every Texas two-step. Number 5, I Can Help by Billy Swan.
Big record, and it's Billy Swan with I Can Help. Welcome, Billy Swan.
Billy Swan's 1974 smash I Can Help felt like it had been written on a back porch in 10 minutes. In the best way. With its laid-back beat, sweet guitar riff, and sincere lyrics, it hit #1 in both the country and pop charts.
Let me help. Take a tip from me. I can help.
And then, he disappeared just as fast as he arrived. It became a staple for cover bands and bar jukeboxes, but was never followed by a comparable hit. Coming up next, a soul country fusion that shocked radio stations and fans in the Deep South. Number 4, Don't Let Me Cross Over by Carroll, Butler, and Pearl.
Don't let me cross over.
A mournful duet released in 1970, Don't Let Me Cross Over was a slow, aching plea from a couple teetering on the edge of infidelity. Carroll Butler's high, lonesome voice paired with Pearl's gentle harmony created a track soaked in pain and temptation. It topped the charts and became a quiet classic. But the duo never had another major hit together. Still, their one big moment still echoes through country heartbreak playlists. And now, we step into the final 3, where legends are accidentally made and misfits hit gold. Let's go. Here come the final 3. Number 3, The Ballad of Lucy Jordan by Marianne Faithfull.
Or run naked through the shady street, screaming all the way.
This one's a curveball, but trust us. Released in the late 70s, this haunting spoken word country crossover tells the story of a housewife's quiet breakdown. Faithfull's raspy delivery gave it a weary, world-worn feel that made the pain all too real. Though more popular in Europe, it found unexpected airplay on US country stations and became a cult favorite. It never hit big, but those who heard it never forgot it. Coming up next, a rockabilly jam that made truck stops sound like dance floors. Number 2, Truck Drivin' Man by Terry Fell.
A song called The Truck Driving Man.
Before the outlaw boom and Gilly's honky-tonk craze, there was this. Terry Fell's 1970 ode to the open road. Truck Drivin' Man became an unofficial anthem for long haulers and blue-collar country fans. Its simple beat and twangy guitar made it perfect for jukeboxes and AM radios across America. Yet despite its popularity, Fell never cracked the charts again. It was a one-lane detour to greatness. And then he was gone. Number 1, The Winner by Bobby Bare.
So you know it's funny.
It's called The Winner. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Bobby Bare.
Released in 1976, The Winner is a story song about an aging barroom brawler warning a young hothead what winning really costs. With dry humor and a bruised voice, Bobby Bare turned a fistfight into philosophy. It wasn't his biggest hit, but it's the one that stuck in people's heads, played at closing time and on dusty drives home. Bare had other hits, sure, but this one-hit story wonder spoke straight to the soul of country's darker wisdom. And if you found yourself humming along or digging through your memory for these forgotten voices, hit like and subscribe to the channel. You're keeping the spirit of real country alive with every click. Those were 15 forgotten one-hit country wonders from the 1970s. The lightning bolts that flashed once but branded our hearts forever. Which one do you remember hearing on the radio or from a parent's dusty record stack? If this walk down country's lesser-known lane hit you in the feels, then the next one's a must. 15 obscure country bands from the 70s you need to hear. A treasure chest of deep cuts and outlaw grit that never made the charts, but made history in bars and back roads. Go click it on your screen right now, and keep riding the trail. Some songs get remembered, others get rediscovered.